All right, analyzing financial reports as a practice manager. Oh, right, let me see. What actions do I take with a financial report as a practice manager?
All of this stuff will be in an upcoming webinar covering practice management, claims submission, and problem resolution, because there is so much to it today with technology and everything that it's not like the old days where you worked off a denied EOB. Okay. So what actions do I take with a financial report as a practice manager? Well, for me, the most informative report is the aging accounts receivable. Charges are growing in your accounts receivable. Your net collections are decreasing. That is a problem in capital letters. And I am just covering a few things. You have no idea the list and how long it is, okay? But some of the most logical things that you can do is, the first thing is to review your payer mix. Practice A can be primarily Medicare, and Practice B can be primarily Blue Shield. Blue Shield's going to be making a whole lot more money for the practice than Medicare. So not that, I mean, you can close your panels if you don't want to accept new patients with certain insurances and such. Doctors like to be fair and keep it balanced out, but reimbursements vary, with the insurance companies. Another reason why your accounts receivable could be growing are denials. So when the manager or the biller gets the remittance advice, study the denial trends. Is it primarily insurance is terminated, indicating the front desk did not verify information, that type of thing. You want to review provider productivity. And this is true. I had a doctor, both of them got paid the same every week, but Dr. 1 saw 50 patients and spread out the visit. Dr. 2 saw 100 patients. So Dr. 2 brought in a whole lot more money than Dr. 1, but they both got paid the same. So they changed it. They got paid based on the amount that they brought in. But that is a very real thing. Review internal cash controls, another huge issue. And I can tell you that I had a practice that balanced all the cash against the accounting forms. When we posted payments, we balanced it. But for 2 weeks, we received so many phone calls from patients saying, I paid my copayment at the time of service. And yet there was no indication that the patient paid on the accounting form. To make a long story short, someone else was covering the front desk when the office manager was on vacation for 2 weeks. And they were kind of brain dead, I think, because they just figured they would pocket the cash, never thinking that if the copayment was not posted as paid, when insurance paid, they would say the patient owed a copayment, they'd get a bill. They didn't think it out. Needless to say, that person got fired. But okay. So now the other thing is, you want to make sure all services and supplies are being captured by patient visit, and that's an occasional audit. And I'm just saying something as simple as a doctor or a nurse practitioner forgets to indicate that she administered a vaccine, and the vaccine costs the doctor anywhere from $175 to $250 if it's Zostavax or Gardasil. And if you don't put that down, we don't bill it, the practice doesn't see the money. You want to review the fee schedule. If you bill $100 and you're contracted with an insurance company and they allow $100, there's something wrong. Because if you look, you'll probably find that service is $135 in reimbursement, but there's no way they're going to pay you more than what you're billing out. So that's a red flag. If you see, they're billing $100 and allowing $100 and you have a contract, something's wrong. And you want to study how many days the claims are sitting in AR. Is the biller doing her job? Are they piling up, or are we not paid? And then you want to see how many write-offs there are. I don't know if you ever heard of the Mercedes draw, but that's where billers don't know what to do with the denials and they throw them in the draw. And at the end of the year, you tally it all up, and the doctor could probably buy himself a Mercedes-Benz. So basically, what you want to do is take action, review the remittance advices, review your contracts with your payers, look at alternative revenue opportunities if you're doing everything right and still not making money. Look at your office space, reduce square footage, expand office hours. Study the people in the practice that generate income, and then look at the people that don't, and are they getting paid a lot of money? Are you getting your money's worth? Review your purchasing process as well as the inventory and any security measures. I hate to say this about humans, but I've seen people walk out with staple guns and paper clips and think they own it, and the doctor's the one that's paid for it. So you want to evaluate cost-cutting measures, and if it's costing you too much to do a lot of the billing, coding, and so forth internally, you may want to consider outsourcing. And that's what I've done in my business before I joined CCO for 34 years. And it definitely was cheaper for a physician to use someone like a management or a billing company than it was to do it in-house. So anyways, that's that.
Good, very good.
Do you need more medical certification training? Go to www.cco.us. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for updates.